All right. And finalizing out, we got Pool C, which involved USA, France, Uruguay, and Fiji. And this is the pool that I consider to be the pool of death. All right. This one for the USA might be one of the hardest pools that they've ever played in. But let's see what we got. So kicking off, we predicted last couple weeks ago that Perry Baker, Kayvon Williams were guaranteed to be on there. Obviously, Perry Baker is on his swan song now. Kayvon Williams coming into his second Olympics and being captain as well for basically the last 8 years. Really see that this is an opportunity for them to not disappoint. Perry Baker's on his third Olympics. The USA has disappointed each and every single time during the Olympics. Each and every single time. And they're coming up with a bit of a squad. Obviously, gone are the days of Danny Barrett and Carlin Isle. But you got Stefan Tomasin, good veteran, Oren Beezer, Mate Luta, Marcus Tupuola, another veteran. A lot of great play out of him. Naima Fulau, Malachi Ezel coming in for his second Olympic Games, needing to prove out. Mako Nufe, longtime veteran. I believe this is his third Olympic Games as well. Madison Hughes, third Olympic Games, obviously big-time veteran. Again, some of these guys, I feel like they're coming on their swan song because 2028 in LA is a long time from now. Lucas LeCamp and then Aaron Cummings, who has been, a lot of up and down, and then coming in with the travel reserve, Peter B and Adam Channel. Again, this is a squad that seems to know how to get out of pool play. But once you get into the quarterfinals, it's like everybody forgets how to play. I don't know if they're gassed out. I don't know if they're tired. I don't know if they mentally break. But come pool play is whenever it disappoints. And this is a team that I don't know if they're going to have another chance like this for another 8 years with this guy, Perry Baker, being out of the competition primarily. Perry Baker not being in is going to be one of the biggest hits for this USA team for coming forward. And this is the year that you got to get them. You failed on the Rugby World Cup sevens. You failed on the Rugby World Cup sevens in 2018. You failed in the Olympics in 2021 and 2016. All of them 9th place, 10th place finishes. I think this is even the game that Mike Friday is going to be on the hook for. If you can't get this one, what can you actually do for the USA? What is going to justify that $300,000 salary that is leaking the already broke USA Rugby? All right. Next up, we got the returning 2-time Olympic champs in. Said Jerry Chue said, I'm trying to get a third. All right. I ain't playing games no more. I'm not playing with y'all folks. All right. Make sure my audio is coming correctly. Oh, it isn't. All right, sorry about that, y'all. This is it always gets a little iffy. All right, gotta come correct with it. Jerry Chue, all right, coming correct, coming for the third. This is going to be an interesting squad here for Fiji. Again, we know Fiji. Fiji is big. Fiji is powerful. Fiji is fast. Fiji is sevens. But this is not the same Fijian squad that we've seen in the last couple of Olympics. Ever since the 2021 Olympics, they haven't been the dominating force that we've always known them to be. I don't feel like they've been. And I think it's really important for us to realize that they have still an opportunity to be able to do something. So let's look at what they got. We got, all right, Waisi Nasqui. All right, I'm going to butcher these names so badly. Celestino Ravatuamada, who played for the Fijian Drua as well. I forgot to mention on the women's side. They've been playing 15 and 7. So these are two-way players. I feel that makes you a better player on both sides rather than isolating yourself out, in my opinion. Terrio Bielawa, Sevuloni Mosinasigi, Hatu Philippines Sauturaga, Ponipachi Logan Imasi, Caminelli Rasaku, Joseva Talakolu, who is also a veteran returning back. Guy's got a hunger to him right now that might be dangerous for players in this pool, especially. Josiah Rasiki, Jerry Matana, Iosefu Masi, and then Joji Nasova and Vuiviwa Naduvalu as travel reserve on this one. This, again, unpredictable. This is still Fiji. You don't underestimate Fiji in any way, shape, or form. But again, they're not the same team they've been. Ben Gallings isn't going to be directly coaching them like they've been in the past. But I do feel like this is a team that is going to be competition here in Pool C because of this final little tidbit. And this is where I think is going to be the deal breaker, because I do feel like it's going to come down between the USA and Fiji, because we got France entering in with the best mother-sucking rugby player in the mother-sucking world, with Antoine Dupont. All right? Antoine Dupont, who came into a fledgling French team that was starting off with the HSV7, and basically his first game they won. All right? This man took Toulouse in the top 14 championships basically on his back and ran 5 scores in to be able to put Toulouse over and destroy a good, I forgot who their opponent was again, Stade Francais team. This is the same guy that came in France, and when he got injured, basically France was not the same team. After I didn't even realize, I've never seen a scrum half who's been so absolutely needed to be able to win so many games. Never seen this before in my life. And then following up with them, great team, Andy Timo, young guy, Jean-Pascal Baraki, Aaron Granduvier Nkagi, Jefferson Lee Joseph, Jordan Sefu, speedster, Antoine Zegdar, Varian Pasquet, Theo Forner, Stephen Perez Edu Martin, Raya Hebaj, and Fallon Hiva, with William Uruguay and Nelson Epi as a travel reserve. France has always been a team that has talent, but no heart. It's very much quite the opposite of like South Africa women or Japan. Japan is a team that has heart. They play strong, but their natural talents are a little bit lacking. France got all the tools, every single tool to be a championship in everything that they do. And they are the biggest floppers when it matters most. I'm expecting that Antoine Dupont is going to make a difference in this game. Hopefully the hunger to cross over from 15 to sevens is going to be a big difference maker. But I do feel like it's going to come down to this. I feel like France is going to make it in, though the U.S. has historically beaten France in pool play pretty well. I feel like it's going to be U.S. and France in this one. I think Fiji, 3 times straight. If you go in 3 times, at this point, just give them the Olympics. Just give them the Olympics consistently, that they do. But I don't think Fiji is going to take it over the top. I think Jerry Tuwe is going to end his career with 2 Olympic golds, which literally is not the worst thing in the world to be able to do. Why? Come on. Like, if there is a failure in life, it's to be Jerry Tuwe when ending with 2 rugby golds in the Olympics. Goodness. But I do feel like USA and France are going to be the 2 teams that come out of this pool play and go into the quarterfinals. And unfortunately, Fiji and Uruguay. Even though I don't know what Uruguay's roster is going to be, but typically Uruguay plays the GOAT, not greatest of all time, but the patsy in pools like this. Scrappy, play hard, but just not going to do it. But again, don't put it past France to absolutely flop and let Fiji get into this. But I do expect the USA to get out of pool play. That is a minimum from this, and especially because of what we know that is coming up after this game. Olympic Games kick off on for the men's. It's July 24th through the 27th, and then for the women, It's July 28th through, July 28th through the 30th, man. So this would be a really interesting one. Definitely catch it out.
Don't you love a great ketogenic family? My name is GiftTime. I'm here with Health Enhanced Food. I wanted to talk to you about one of our top baking mixes, and that is our ketogenic baking mixes. We got our ketogenic seed baking mix, our ketogenic almond baking mix, and of course, our ketogenic coconut baking mix. Now, what is so important about it being ketogenic? Now, for those who don't know, ketogenic means that it is utilizing low carbs to be able to eat from. The point of it is so that your body will naturally activate burning from your fat and be able to sustain off your proteins rather than feeding your body carbohydrates and your body simply burning that and you just don't lose weight. And so whenever you're doing that process, it's incredibly difficult. And of course, you're always gonna have a craving for wanting to eat the breads and the carbs that you typically would have. With our keto baking mixes, you can have the pancakes, the waffles, the cookies, the cakes, the pizza crust that you absolutely desire without sacrificing the work, your diet, and obviously the results that you're trying to get. All our ketogenic baking mixes are gluten-free, grain-free, plant-based, and absolutely loaded with natural vitamins and minerals. We want to make sure that they are low net carb, they have no added sugar, they are protein rich, they have good healthy fats, but even more importantly, they have a low glycemic level. So for those who are diabetic and you're also still trying to find something, we have the baking mixes that are for you. And I'm sure you're wondering, why make 3 versions of them if they all are basically doing the same thing? Well, we wanted to make sure, as always, that we are trying to specialize to your dietary need. So with our ketogenic coconut, we wanted to give you a version that allows you to have a sweeter bread without sacrificing your diet. But it provides you things that you can make with your cakes, you can make your cookies, but you can be able to not have to lose your mind trying to find things that can satiate the taste without ruining your diet. With our ketogenic almond baking mix, that is one that has probably the highest protein content. It allows you to be able to control your blood sugar levels, reduce your blood pressure, lower cholesterol levels, and of course, it goes to promoting weight loss and being able to control the hunger. And for our ketogenic seed, this is for those who have a nut allergy and they can't take anything like the almonds. So we want to give them still the same thing. You can still make your bread, you can still make your pizza crust, you can still make your cakes and your buns and your muffins, but you don't have to worry about having an allergic reaction. You definitely can go check out the ketogenic line of products at healthenhancedfoods.com. Go ahead, keep up with your diet, get the foods that are necessary to keep you going, and let's get the results that you absolutely deserve. Let's go.